With all of the offseason rumors that have been going around, I wanted to address 4 questions the Yankees have to answer this offseason for trades, positions that the Yankees have to improve at and decide what they're going to do. So, if you like these types of videos and want to stay updated on Yankee news, subscribe to not miss anything. But let's get right into it. So, the first question for me, who's on first? Is Luke Voit going to be your starting first baseman going into 2022? I think this is an important decision and will set the tone for the Yankees offseason. Because when Voigt's healthy, he's one of the better players in the league. Led the league in home runs in 2020. Also put up an 948, OPS in 2020 in that shortened season. He's a beast when healthy, but he has a lot of flaws, and they're flaws that a lot of players in the Yankees have. Bad defense. He's right-handed and he strikes out a lot. If you could trade for a player like Matt Olson, that's not out of the option. The A's have said that he's on the trade block. And if you want to give up a prospect like Luis Gil or Oswald Peraza, you could get him. And, well, I think that Luke Voit might have a little more upside than Olson. Olson's a better fit. Left-handed bat, strikes out less, good defense at first, and he's a lot less injury prone than Voit. It's a big issue with him. Only played 68 games this last season. Don't want to have that happening again. And Olson would hit around 40 home runs at Yankee Stadium. You're not losing much power. You're getting higher batting average, getting a left-handed bat, and better defense. This is a big decision for the Yankees to make. You could get him, but you would have to give up Voit, and you would have to say, we're saying that Olson is a little bit better, and we're going all in, so he's part of the fit. You're going to take the gamble on Voit or take the sure bet in Olson. So that's the first question the Yankees have to answer. Next is, what's up with Aaron Hicks? Aaron Hicks was our starting center fielder, and he's signed until he's 36, I believe, or 35. When he's healthy, he's very good. 2018, he was 22nd in MVP voting. He plays good defense, has a good bat, draws a lot of walks, switch hitting. But he's been injured so much. Didn't play the full season of 2019. Was bad in 2020, only hitting .225. And then only played 32 games this last season, and then went down on the injured list and hit below 200 in that span. If the Yankees want to risk it with Hicks, I think that is another thing that can set the tone for the team. You can buy talent here. You can buy Starling Marte on the market, and you wouldn't have to give up a draft pick because he hasn't had a qualifying offer. Marte has been really healthy. He's played a lot of games. He's been mainly healthy since 2018, besides minor injuries that haven't really affected him. In 2021, he played 120 games, and he stole 47 bases. That's a big thing. He would be a perfect leadoff hitter in that sense. Hit .310 with a .383 on base percentage. You know, he might not hit you 20 home runs, but he'll hit you around 15. Lead off, play good defense. It's a big decision for the Yankees to make. Do you give up on Hicks and get the inherently better and less risky Starling Marte? You're going to have to just spend some cash there, Eat Hicks's contract, maybe release him, but you get a better player. Another major thing there. Next is what's up with shortstop. You can make this team the front runner for the World Series by signing a star shortstop. Seager, Correa, they're both on the market. So is Trevor Story, Marcus Semien, Javier Baez. You have options. If you wanted to spend, you could. I think the Yankees are the best, Seager is the best option for the Yankees. Left-handed bat, has a career batting average a little bit below 300. He's a little more injury prone. That's my one risk. Only played 95 games this last season. But when he plays, he is a beast. Hits around 306. He hit 16 home runs in 95 games. Left-handed bat, hit around 30 at Yankee Stadium. Another guy who doesn't strike out that much. 66 strikeouts in 95 games. he would be a perfect fit with the Yankees, and he would cost you a ton. Spotrac says he's worth around $31 million on the market. So you would give him a major contract, and he's only 27. You would have to pay a lot for him. Another option, who is worse with the bat but better defensively, is Carlos Correa. He does carry the cheating scandal behind him, but he's a beast. Put up 7.2 WAR this last season in only 148 games. He's a better defender than Seager. He isn't left-handed, though. But it goes along with that thing of Cashman said the Yankees should be more athletic. Getting a Starling Marte or a Carlos Correa would make the team more athletic. They both play really good defense, so that's a big decision for the Yankees. You can get a star shortstop and make yourself a front runner for the World Series. So will Hal spend? It's the big question. And then next is, will the Yankees spend on pitching? This, in my mind, is the throw up here. I think that we're going to probably trade for Olson or sign a big free agent shortstop. I think that those two are very likely, but what I don't know is whether we're going to get a big free agent pitcher. You could get just a decent, third or fourth starter this offseason and call it good. So we have a lot of depth in the rotation. Cole, Montgomery, Sevy, Cortez, Germán. You have a lot of depth, but a lot of them are coming back off of injuries. So you really do need a second ace behind Cole. Montgomery is probably your second best pitcher, but he'll put up around 3.4 ERA. You really need a second ace in that rotation. Someone who can turn around a losing streak and say, now we're winning. And pitching does win championships. So the two big options are Robbie Ray, who's probably going to win the Cy Young at the time of this recording, and Carlos Rodon. Now, I think Rodon has more upside than Ray, because he had around one more strikeout per 9 and had a lower ERA when he pitched. He's also more injury prone. He doesn't have a qualifying offer. That's another big thing. You don't lose the draft pick if you get him. I would love to see us get one of them. I think it's a big decision to make. Will they spend on offense or pitching here? I think getting, say, Matt Olson and Corey Seager is realistic. That would be a killer lineup. But what isn't realistic is Corey Seager and, say, Robbie Ray. Because then you're going to have to hand out 2 contracts around $300 million each versus the trade for Matt Olson and then handing out the big contract for Seager. So those are the 4 questions I think the Yankees need to answer this offseason. Who's on first base? Is Aaron Hicks your starting center fielder? Are you spending on a shortstop? Are you getting a second ace behind Cole? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think the Yankees will do this offseason. I want to hear it in the comments below.